Welcome to Grammar Lesson 12. This is our last lesson in parts of speech, and we're looking at prepositions, prepositional phrases, conjunctions, and interjections. And I would like to, in this picture, introduce you to my son Micah. Micah and I are standing on the rock, which is a preposition. We are in Montana on our summer vacation. We've just come out of Yellowstone Park, and we're passing through a mountain pass here. We got out and went over and took a picture on top of the rock. So Micah is in college, and he this semester is taking a break from college, but he goes to Berkeley, and currently he is coaching for Fountain Valley Volleyball. But anyway, that's my son Micah, and this is the last member of my animal family. This, I'm not going to bring him into the room because he would absolutely bounce all over, probably tear the computer out and go bouncing back out. But this here is Maverick, and Maverick is Micah's dog. But I'm keeping him while Mike is away at school. And if I was going to apply one of these parts of speech to Maverick, it would be an interjection, because it's like, oh my, what did that dog just do? Because he's always getting himself into trouble. He's always digging. He's always finding mischief to get into. But anyway, this is the last member of my animal family. So he's going to help us introduce this last study of parts of speech. So preposition, P-R-E-P, is our abbreviation that we would have for our DGP, or daily grammar practice. A preposition is a word that shows the relationship of a noun or a pronoun, called the object of the preposition, to another word. So a preposition must always be used in a phrase. So let's look at these examples here. I rode past the forest. I rode through the forest. And I rode around the forest. Okay, so my three prepositions here are past, through, and around. Depending on my choice of prepositions, it completely changes the meaning of the sentence. Because in this, we have our prepositional phrase being past the forest. In this example, my preposition is past, and the object of my preposition is forest, thus serving as an article, thus making up my prepositional phrase. My second example, the preposition is through, the object of my preposition is forest, and the prepositional phrase is through the forest. The third example, my preposition is around. The object of my preposition is forest, and the phrase is around the forest. But here it completely shows that depending on the choice of prepositions that you put in, it completely changes the meaning of that sentence. The most commonly used prepositions, and there's a lot of them here, and I want you to pause the video at this point, and I want you to write these down so that you have them for reference when you're doing your activity on Canvas, and then when we're working on them in class. Also, if you write this down, when we get to the task of actually writing paragraphs and essays, you will have a reference to use for your, so that you can change your prepositions. Maybe get a more creative preposition, or one that is more expressive of what you mean. So go ahead and copy these down. Okay, moving on to conjunctions. Conjunctions join word or word groups, and there's three kinds of conjunctions that we're going to review because you've been introduced to these before, but let's look at them in review. The first type is a coordinating conjunction, and we have our abbreviations for our DGPs, so please note that. Our second type is correlative conjunction, and our third type is subordinating conjunction. So let's look at each of these three. Our coordinating conjunction join words or word groups that are used in the same way. Our coordinating conjunctions are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So you can tell there, you have an acronym that will help you remember all 7 of your coordinating conjunctions, and that's fanboys. Serves as an acronym to help you remember those. Kind of corny, but it works. So these are coordinating conjunctions. Let's look at how they work in sentences. The orchestra played waltzes and polkas, so and joins the 2 nouns. We can walk to the neighborhood pool or the park. So or joins the 2 prepositional phrases in this case. And I looked for Hal, but he had already left. But joins the 2 clauses. So notice we have coordinating conjunctions joining nouns, joining prepositional phrases, joining clauses. And there are other examples that we could have put in here. But a coordinating conjunction is not limited to what part of your sentence can be joined. Our next type is correlative. Correlative conjunctions are pairs. They work together. You have to have both of the individual parts of your pair. Pairs of conjunctions that join words or word groups that are used in the same way. So we have both and, either or, neither nor, not only but also, and whether or. So these have to go together. So if in one of your activities on Canvas or in our classwork, it asks you to identify your conjunctions and you pick out and, but you miss both, then it's going to be wrong because the pair has to go together if it's a correlative conjunction. Let's look at some examples. Neither the baseball team nor the soccer team has practiced today. And in this example, we have neither joining our 2 nouns. Their victory sparked the enthusiasm not only of students, but also teachers and townspeople. So in this case, you have not only but also being your correlative conjunction that is joining 3 nouns. Then we have subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions are words that show the relationship between an adverb clause and the word or word that the clause modifies. So in your chart here, you have common subordinating conjunctions, and I would like you to copy this down for reference in your notes so that we can use it in our class activity, and then we can and also use it in your writing activities that we'll be doing all year long. So go ahead and get that down, please. Just pause the video. Examples of subordinating conjunction is after I proofread my paper, I input the corrections. So the adverbial clause after I proofread my paper tells when I input the corrections, and your subordinating conjunction is after. You and your brother may come if you want to. So the adverbial clause, if you want to, tells under what conditions you and your brother may come. And if is working as a subordinating conjunction. So these are called subordinating conjunctions. And the final thing that we would like to look at today for this week is interjections. Interjections express emotion. An interjection has no grammatical relationship to the rest of the sentence, and it is often followed by an exclamation mark. Examples: ah, ouch, ugh, wow, oops, hey, oh. So those are all interjections. Okay, let's look at how this works in a sentence. Whew, what a day I've had. There must be, oh my, a dozen snakes there. Okay, so these are examples of your interjections. Okay, now in your activities this week in Canvas and then again on Monday, we're going to look at prepositions, prepositional phrases, conjunctions, and interjections. So there's quite a bit that we're doing this week, but we're going to get through it and we'll be finishing up Unit 2. So go ahead, do the exercise in Canvas, check your work, learn from your mistakes, bring your grade in on Monday along with the notes, and then we'll finish it up with whatever we're going to do on Monday. So have an excellent weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.